All right, so let me tell you a story. The other day, I was walking through a store with my son. He was looking at things. I was looking at things. All of a sudden I hear, Dad, can I have this? Can you buy me this? Can I buy this? And typically, I would say no, right? Because I don't necessarily need to buy my son everything that he asks for, because most likely they're toys or whatnot, and he doesn't need those. So then I looked down and I went, what? Guess what he picked? He picked an as seen on TV item. This is called Snackies. I thought, boy, you just made your daddy very, very proud. This is what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's see if the Snackies 2-in-1 drink and snack cup is any good. All right, so this Snackies cost about 10 bucks. Not that bad of a price, right? So what I read from the package is there's 16 ounces of liquid, 8 ounces of snack. I can just go, boop, pop open for your snack container. There's some directions. I'll read those in just a second. And then, of course, if I unscrew this top, my straw is attached, I have my drink container. So what I'm going to do is I am going to read through the directions, see if there's any prep before I get started. Most likely it's going to need to be washed. And then we're going to test it out. All right, so I'm glad I read through the directions. So it does say you must wash it beforehand, which we were going to do anyway. It is dishwasher safe on the top rack only, and it definitely says do not microwave this. Do not even put hot liquids. It's not meant for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash this up, and we'll give it a try for the very first time. All right, so my tests are going to be pretty simple on this. I'm just going to test the amount of liquid that can go in here, and then also the amount of snacks. Now, the directions tell me I can put 16 ounces or 2 cups of liquid in here. So let's do that right now. So that is exactly 16 ounces, and it brought it about a 1/4 inch higher than this rubber stopper or this rubber grip. So the directions tell you to actually, you can put the straw in here first, or I just leave it in through the top. So let's see what happens. I'm putting this in. Oh, you know what? Does not look as though my drink has made contact with the snack. That's kind of cool. All right, so that actually, you can see that it did make contact with it. So 16 ounces might have been just a scotch too much. And so maybe I had a little bit over 2 cups. That could also be the thing. But that is the absolute maximum that you could do. All right, so I want to test the leak proof of this cup. So around this entire rim is a rubber gasket. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold the straw here, tip it upside down to see if I get any leaks. Ready? Oh, it doesn't look like it's leaking at all. That's pretty sweet. And there is liquid in there. So you know what? I'm pretty impressed with the seal there. It held it all the way in. First test. So far, so good. So on the Snackies box, they actually show a nice fruit medley. I think there's some kiwi in there. I'm just going to see, let's see what it looks like with some goldfish. So you know what? I really do like this part because I can put my goldfish in there. Let me smooth them out a little. They say it can take 8 ounces, which honestly is a lot of goldfish. So I like the fact that I have my snack right there with my drink. I actually added some ice to this because I wanted to see if this would get any condensation or build up on the outside. It does feel wet, and I did dry this down with a towel, and so I just wanted you to know that you will get the moisture through here. It's not a very well insulated cup, but you know what? That's a lot of goldfish in there. Let's see what kind of fruit we can put in there. I have some strawberries cut up right here. We'll see what that looks like, and then we'll wrap this up. So for a healthier option, here's actually 5 sliced strawberries. They're medium-sized strawberries, and there's actually room to spare, you know, if you want to add blueberries or other kind of fruits. So that's pretty cool. It keeps it in its own little container, and it's separate from the drink. Pretty sweet. So I did notice snacks that are a little larger, like these veggie straws or Doritos or cookies. They're harder to get in there because of the limitations of the cup. It's still possible, but you're definitely shortchanging whoever you're giving this snack to. All right, so I'm impressed with the overall design and honestly the quality of this. You think for 10 bucks, the plastic wouldn't be very nice, but it is, and I think it's pretty solid. I will say the straw is not as rigid as some straws, and it bends pretty easily. I like that they put this rubber gasket or washer around here to keep the liquid here, just in it so it doesn't spill. This is also has a rubber feel right here, so I like that. So you know what? Overall, I'm impressed with the design. I do think if you were to drop this a number of times, it would definitely crack, so I would caution against that. In this video, we've been looking at Snackies. It's the as seen on TV cup that holds your liquid and your snack all in one convenient space. Now, I did find this on Amazon, and I will link a link down in the description if it's something that interests you. I will say I did read through some of the Amazon reviews. I've only had this for about a week, but I wanted to see what other people thought. One review that was negative said, you know what? After a short period of time, the hinge got real loose and the lid popped off, and I actually could not use the lid anymore because it popped off. Now for me, I've been putting it through its paces, tried it lots of different times, and the lid seems to have stayed on. Now there is a spot on top where I think I can pop the lid off. Oh look, I think I can pop it off. And then I would put it right back on. But that's just my experience with this. I will say, one thing that I noted after my week, this rubber gasket got really stretched out. So it has been washed through the dishwasher, has been used, tightened, untightened, open, that kind of thing. And so I didn't even notice this until a little while ago, but this thing got pulled through. And I'm gonna guess it's no longer watertight like that. Let's see. Oh, no. So be careful with that. This thing can get stretched out. So something that I really, really liked early on in this review, maybe not so much. Or maybe I just need to line it up correctly. That was my review of Snackies, the as seen on TV snack and drink cup. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Do you know what else I noticed? Sometimes it's really hard to drink out of. Like, it's really vacuumed in there when you try to use a straw. Do you hear that, like, vacuuming pulling right down? So I have to loosen it sometimes. It does it a little better, but then I worry about the water safe part when I had to loosen it. Anyway, I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of Snackies, the as seen on TV product. You know what? Not that long ago, I actually did a review of Mighty Mugs. I did 2 different ones. I did their coffee mug and their tumbler. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video right up here, and I would love it if you would click on it. And by the magic of the internet, when you click this video, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.